we're going to see AI influencers. I mean, my cousin Joe builds billboards. AI is not taking his job.
Yeah, it is.
What? I'm definitely not going to give my kids any devices. Why would you spend millions of dollars to shoot something and build this whole set and blow shit up when you could just spend $250 and generate it with AI?
Nobody's going to know what JD Vance actually look like.
Oh, that's so crazy.
I'm starting to lose the excitement about art because I feel like art is about to become way less important in the next coming years. You know, if there's a full-on war, it feels a bit ignorant to be focusing on art.
Obviously that, and we've been talking about AI.
Yeah.
The fact that why would you spend millions of dollars to shoot something and build this whole set and blow shit up when you could just spend $250 and generate it with AI? Give it a million goes, tweak it, get an even better result than what you would have done if you filmed it. Because at the end of the day, too, it only really matters about what the consumers want. They just want to be fed whatever looks good. They don't care if it's real or not. At the end of the day, the mass consumers just want something to be entertaining.
Yeah, I think being in the future, looking back on today, looking back in the past of how people used to shoot movies for $50 million, in the future that's going to sound ridiculous.
Yeah, it's ancient.
People were spending that much on just movies.
Yeah, the same way we look back at old film where they had to cut film literally and move it around.
Kinda in that way, but just an extreme version of it. People looking back at James Cameron rebuilding almost the full Titanic boat just for the movie. People are going to look back at that I can't believe people had to do that. People had to actually build the boat for the movie. But in 2070, it's just going to be a normal thing for people to just film 2% of the movie and just generate the rest with AI. Or just film the essentials. Not even green screen stuff. People won't need green screens anymore. People won't even need to learn accents for their acting roles. They're like, oh,
they just talk completely normal.
just act in your normal voice. We'll just add in the dialect in post. To make a movie, you only need to make the skeleton now in the future, and you could just do all the flesh through the computer. It's not gonna be fun anymore.
Yo, imagine you know how Oppenheimer did the whole thing in film. And that's the cool thing about it. It's oh, we did it in film. You think some years from now, it'd be oh yeah, we did this all on camera. Is that gonna be the cool thing? 20 years from now, 30 years from now, we didn't use AI.
I think 20 years from now, it would definitely come back as a trend.
Yeah.
Just the way that film comes back as a trend, or right now, digicams are coming back. VHS is kind of the new film right now. But it's only a phase, and it only comes back just because people want to be cool and different. But it's gonna be too inconvenient.
Mm-hmm. I feel like that's not really the right comparison, to be honest, calling it VHS and those older cameras, because it's still easy to film with those. It just looks different quality. I feel a better comparison would be saying typewriters are becoming popular again.
Yeah.
But
honestly,
they're not. They're not, because they're a pain. Nobody wants to crank the thing. Yeah. You want to be able to go hit backspace and have your ChatGPT plug in.
On a typewriter, can you backspace?
I don't think so.
No, bro. You hit type.
That's
a piece of
crazy that
paper.
That's crazy that people used to type like that.
Yeah, on God.
I know.
One mistake, and you gotta start all over on that page. That's insane. And look, that's how people are gonna be talking in 2070.
No, but that's
damn. People really had to go to the location to shoot the movie. People really had to go outside.
You know what else I think is a crazy thing? Is we're gonna see AI influencers.
Yeah,
there's already a ton of those.
Celebrity AI people.
Yeah, there's already a ton of
It's
those.
probably gonna be AI artists, and you go to the concert and it's an AI, right? What? It's gotta happen at some point, right?
Yeah. I mean, do you guys know about VTubers?
Yeah.
There's virtual streamers, AI streamers.
You ever heard of the AI OnlyFans Down syndrome girls?
Oh yeah.
You a big fan?
No.
What is that?
It's these OnlyFans girls are they're AIing or deep faking Down syndrome on their face to attract more subscribers. Yeah.
It's who said Downies weren't baddies?
There's just so many things. Film is one thing, but then what about a YouTube prank video? What's stopping you from using AI to make a YouTube prank video? You could do that, right? If you scripted it out and you're oh, I don't know, trolling at Walmart, you could script out the interactions, you could script out the conflict. At a certain point, you wouldn't be able to tell, right? Whether this is real or not.
Yeah, at a certain point.
That's just
it's almost there. It's almost there.
I already can't tell. I really can't, bro. Looking at even that clip of Sneeko on the news this morning, I don't know if that's AI or not.
Yeah, that one kangaroo video fooled everybody on Twitter. Everybody was freaking out about that.
What was the kangaroo video?
It was a video of a woman angry at a flight attendant because the kangaroo couldn't come on board, and the kangaroo was just standing there with a plane ticket.
Yeah.
And so many people on Twitter thought it was real.
Yeah.
You didn't see that?
No, I didn't see that.
So many people thought it was real because it was very subtle, and it was filmed vertically on iPhone style. Everybody was quote tweeting it, going I just found out this is AI. I'm having an existential crisis. Damn, now I can't even tell what's real.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. You know what else is wild to think about? Is the fact that history will be a blur too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because how are you going to know from the past what's real or not? You can write any narrative you want. Hey, AI, make this look older.
Even documenting current events, that will become history. Just if there's a war going on, you could just AI.
What even is
nobody's going to know what JD Vance actually looked like.
I'm going to believe it's that chubby figure.
I'm going to tell my kids this was JD Vance.
with a lollipop in his mouth.
Yeah.
Spin
Like historians are just not gonna know. They're like JD Vance. We don't fucking know what this guy looks like.
No, literally
different
though.
versions of him.
Oh, that's so crazy.
Yeah, but okay. So I mean, this philosophy or ideology or whatever you want to call it that I've been trying to flesh out for the past 3 months is like I feel like everything that ends up on a digital canvas is going to be subject to that we're talking about. Like people scrolling on social media not being able to know what's real or not. That's why I'm trying to figure. Like I take a lot of interest into live streaming because live streaming seems to be safe from AI.
The one thing that you can't fully fake yet. How does it get much crazier than this though? Like this has to be end times.
Nah, not yet, bro. I feel like there's more. I feel like it's in crazy.
Else, bro?
That's what they were saying 100 years
I
ago.
know
That's what they
you
said
always
200
say
years
that,
ago.
but like, how does it get?
And AI could get to the point of having like as much emotion as us, and then like it gets controversial whether like how you treat it.
But I think that's where it's going. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah. But it gets crazy.
AI in itself, in every movie, that's always the end of time. Like, what else could happen? AI moves into the physical world by like building something and putting consciousness into there. Because what were you talking about the other day? How there was an AI model where they were going to delete it off of the computer, and the AI model duplicated itself into a hard drive to continue to survive.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. It's very sneaky. Yeah.
I mean, my cousin Joe builds billboards. AI's not taking his job.
Yeah, it is.
What?
Well, it's not gonna take my job, but all the billboards are gonna be LED screens.
Oh, there's not going to be like real billboards.
Instead
Like,
of us changing it out every week and every day.
you just build a screen once and that's it.
Build the screen once and that's it. Every 10 years, I guess, update to the newest product. You know what I mean?
There's got to be like a shift in careers going to happen, right? Like computer science and stuff has been big for the past 20 years, and then that's why people are doing it now. But all this stuff is replacing it. AI is going to replace everything, but I feel like I don't know, like manual labor and stuff's coming back. What do you think? Being an electrician or something?
Yeah. It seems like blue collar jobs is definitely like
That's
on
like
the
the new
rise.
era again.
Live streaming, it can only get bigger because that's the one thing you can't fake yet. You can't have a 3-hour live stream that's fully generated by AI.
Yeah, but even AI I think will change live streaming too. I think.
How do you think so?
There's a lot of things. I don't know if I can come up with like a lot of examples, but maybe something like AI that summarizes like chat. Like the chat goes off like a machine gun.
I think
But,
YouTube has something like that right now.
Yeah. But like AI will be able to like tell the live streamer like certain topics of what the chat's asking for, or maybe like stuff like that, stuff that helps optimize it. Like it'll make it better.
I mean, iPhone already kind of has that with your text messages. It gives you an AI summary. I've noticed a lot of people will talk to ChatGPT about like laying out a roadmap, and then getting that roadmap gives them enough dopamine to where they actually end up don't doing any of the steps. Have you seen that at all? Because it's so easy to get a roadmap for anything. If you want to lose weight, bulk weight, you want to start training for a marathon, you want to start a business, you want to start content, it'll give you the exact actionables in 2 seconds of what you need to do to hit your goal. But then getting that dopamine of having the roadmap out, which should have taken you trial and error to even figure out a piece of that, you're getting instantly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Have you ever used GPT as a therapist or anything? Like
No.
Holmes?
Not as like a therapist.
I've used it for gift ideas.
Gift ideas.
If I'm
Like,
being honest.
Yeah.
What's the weirdest thing you've used ChatGPT for?
I don't know. I don't think I've ever used it for anything weird, but I have talked to it like, hey, like, dude, this thing's bugging me. Something in life, and just like see what it says.
Do you say please to
No,
Chat-
not at all. Never.
I do.
I started off like that. I'm like, what am I doing? Like, you know what I mean? I'm kind of an asshole to my, I make it call me king and shit. I'm just like
Call you what?
king. He's like my liege. Yeah, I'll be doing that, but I haven't used it in a while.
I love using it for deep research though. It's so good at research. It's just dumb to use Google for research now. I mean, having a GPT go through hundreds of articles and just to find something is like
It's so crazy.
no-brainer to do that.
So, do you think there's like any film projects you want to work on anytime soon at all, or you're just like
I just
stay, like,
lost
figure it out?
all.
Yeah.
I lost all.
You're just like in a
ambition for it.
Yeah, you're
Like remember that. Don't say the title of the film, but remember that film idea I told you guys about last night?
Yeah.
Like now it's like I don't even know if I want that to be in the medium of film anymore.
How come though?
But
Because that
maybe
feels, like,
maybe
perfect.
because if I make a film right now should be the time, because right now it seems like the last possible moment to get a budget. Just 5 years or 10 years from now, me asking for a budget to make that,
You're like, nah, you're fucked.
people are gonna be like, no, you want to do a whole car rig in the middle of downtown New York?
Yeah.
Just AI that. It seems like right now is the only time I can get a budget. So maybe if I want to make a film right now, like it has to be right now, probably.
Dude, even the fact that movies don't even generate that much income anymore. People don't go to the movies.
Yeah, but it's actually had a pretty good run the past 5 years. Joker was the first one. Movie theaters were shutting down already.
Yeah.
Joker being the first R-rated movie to hit $1 billion told Hollywood,
know that.
okay. And then COVID happened, and then Hollywood lost its optimism again,
Motion.
and theaters started shutting down again because of COVID. And then what happened after that? Top Gun Maverick was the first movie to.
Yeah,
I forgot
trailblazed.
how much it made, but it did really well to the point where that movie stayed in theaters for for over a year.
What?
Yeah,
No,
it stayed in
this-
theaters for over a year.
Wow.
And that really showed the industry like, okay, theaters still make money. And then after that, Barbenheimer happened.
Yeah, I learned
so
about
back to
Barbenheimer.
back, we've had the theater has had a really good 5 years. But right now, it's losing its hope again.
Yeah.
It's on the decline again. I think eventually it will die out.
Like the younger generations, people being born now.
Yeah, like
within the last 10
they
years.
never go to movie theaters.
Dude, these iPad kids, it's gonna be so fascinating to watch them grow up.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I remember as a kid, I used to watch like movies like The Ants Life or some shit. But now they're just like watching Skibbity Toilet and shit, right? Like kids.
Yeah, it's weird talking to kids and they talk in TikTok. That's like their language. It's like a dialect of English. It's freaky, bro.
Skibbity Ohio.
I'm definitely not gonna give my kids any devices.
I don't know, man. I feel like you have to. You
gotta stay strong, bro.
I've always said that, but at the same time, it's like they might be left behind with their generation. It's a weird conundrum.
I don't think so. I think it's worth it giving them a real life. You know what I'm saying?
How old would you be? How old would you like give them a phone?
I mean, maybe a flip phone or one of those ones just to talk.
For how long? Until like what year? Like how old are they gotta be until they get a touch phone?
Bro, realistically, like high school. The thing is, once I give my kids a device, I'm not just gonna give them the device and be like, good luck, have fun. I'm gonna teach them how to use it as a tool. Like when people, you saw the video, when people join my program affiliate, the first thing they're taught before anything TikTok shop related is actually how to optimize their phone. Because too many people go about their day with Instagram next to their business apps. They have no widgets. They don't have any screen blocks on. They don't have any tools. Like we have a brick right there. So like if you tap your phone on that, it blocks all your social media apps. I think if you teach your kid how to actually use their phone like a tool, then it's a lot more effective than them having to figure that out on their own. It's almost like, you know the saying of how your living space, how messy it is dictates what's going on in your mind, like how messy your mind is.
Yep.
I feel like if you look at someone's phone screen, that's an even bigger indicator of how their life is.
Yeah,
Because
honestly.
your head is actually more dug into this than your surroundings.
Makes
now.
sense.
So if you have your apps all over the place, you got games next to work apps and this and that, you're cooked, bro. You're completely cooked. Imagine trying to explain an iPhone to someone born in the 1800s. You literally couldn't. You couldn't physically do it. Because everything they did, they had to crank something, and then this chain of event led to this chain of event. To explain Wi-Fi to someone, I feel like that's how it is with the afterlife.
There's always something bigger you can't perceive, even in a worldly sense. Like, you know, technologically, there's stuff that we're not gonna that we can't perceive right now. That's
We're
gonna
told
exist.
you can't fully perceive heaven, by the way. Like, you can't really imagine it. It's better than anything you can imagine in this world. Thank you guys so much for watching the pod. Let me know what you guys think in the comments if you want us to do more stuff like this. You know, just sitting down, raw yaps. What kind of stuff you like from the channel. Curious, I like your input. I'm thinking of streaming more. I don't know. And yeah, if you're interested in becoming a TikTok shop creator, working directly with me, links at the top of the description. Have a little quiz there for you to apply. Steezy did some of the course. He messed with it. That was good
Steezy.
stuff. So yeah, that's about it. Later, guys.